Hi, this is Sherry Veronica, and this is what is in your news. Hakeem Stewart, he is 23 years old. When he committed that crime, he was about 19, and it was brazen. I remember seeing photos of blind people at Sheraton Mall when it happened, and they were beside themselves. They didn't know what to do. They could not run. They're blind, for crying out loud. People were terrified. It was so brazen that the judge he just threw the book at Hakeem. 41 years he has to serve before he can even think about getting any parole. Now the taxis are getting a breather. They are going to be allowed, like sometimes when you're running for the ZR or the bus, and they're not supposed to stop unless it's at the bus stop, but you're running a little late, you're coming through the gap. Now they're not going to be penalized as much when they stop for you. Remember, they were being ticketed. Now the government and the taxis, they got together, the public service vehicles, PSV, they got together and they're going to be working on not getting ticketed for stopping to pick up a passenger, someone who looks like you, a Asian, it's family, it's all one big family. So, so that's a good thing. Reducing cancer risks. They're trying to get Bajans again to reduce risks of cancer, and they're talking about smoking and drinking rum, alcohol, and smoking. Yeah, let's see how that works out. The Nation had reported that there were 3,000 people that were going to be on the breadline. That was a mistake. It was 1,900 plus. So they corrected that within their paper. The integrity bill, it seems as though 2 attempts and it's still not passed, and the DLP are walking up in that for some reason. I don't know why, but that's something you can read. I'll put up snippets of what's going on here. But yeah, the 2 attempts at the integrity bill is causing the DLP people to feel very smug with that. So let's see what happens. Students get early glimpse of next step. Now, they were talking about students getting an early glimpse at the next step in their life, like tertiary education. But they really didn't say much about the subjects. All they were saying is that the kids may not know all the paperwork that they have to fill out, and they have to have an idea where they want to go. If they want to go into, like education, or if they want to go into something where you can, what they call where you use your hands, that kind of stuff. But the kids need to decide what area of further education they need to decide on that. And what this is all about, all these photos in the paper that you have here, is just dealing with telling students, hey, this is the paperwork you have to fill out. Nothing about subjects, because we know that a lot of kids leaving school, they end up in the service industry, like working for a hotel or maybe working for the government, but nothing in terms of creating, nothing in terms of being like scientists and becoming developers of something new. Nothing new, but that's what all of this is about. Seoul is actively working to reopen 3 service stations there in Barbados. This is in the chorus. The family of this lady that was killed by Sharice Ricardo Omar Inks, they want the court to give him throw the book at him also, and then triple it, whatever it is for him to, when he's found guilty, because he has been found guilty, whatever parameters they have to the sentencing. They want this particular family, especially the daughter, her name is Tanya Smith. She wants the judge to, and it's that guy, I can't remember his name now, but anyhow, she wants the judge to give him the maximum, then times 3. So we shall see how that is going to work out. It's the weak judge that I always talk about. His name was here somewhere, but my eyes are not seeing it right now. But yeah, that is going to happen really soon. Let's go on. The convicted attorney says sorry. Who's this convicted attorney? He is Norman Lynch. Remember, he stole all that money, and he's saying he's sorry, and he doesn't remember what happened since he left the firm. The money was in there. It's all a ruse. He took the money. He's going to be sentenced, but in the meanwhile, he's saying he's sorry. So let's go on. Let's see what else is in your news. Big pigs and small dicks. Oh, big pigs and small pigs. I'm so sorry. But this is cuckoo. I wish they would tell you who they're talking about, or tell me, and I'll play it up. Just call the name and send a photo, and I'll play it up. This big pigs and small dicks and whatever it is. Either come on now, call the person's name. They're talking about someone is looking to get promoted in some job in Bridgetown, Barbados, and blah blah blah, whatever. So that's what's going on there. This woman is thinking of leaving her husband, and she's asking for advice. She doesn't like to kiss him. She didn't want to lay next to him, blah, blah, blah. So let's go on. Rebranding. I think that's it. That's about what is in your news. That's the major part of what's in your news. And the lady who is no longer in love with her husband but still has to sleep with him and can't bear kissing him. Come on, somebody needs to tell her to just push off and move on. Put on your big girl's panties, man, and get on with your life. Stop complaining. No one in the newspaper cares about what you're going through, because they're going through it too. There's an area here where they're talking about a woman, if she wrongfully and knowingly names the wrong man as her child's father, that there's something that she can be charged. It's against the law. So, ladies, don't do the eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and pick the guy that is making the most money and name him as your child father. Just do the right thing. That's it. That's what's in your news. This is Shay Veronica.